Hello, everybody, and welcome to the TARDIS Zone Live. The stream was called Worlds Collide. I like that name. But welcome. Right, just before we do start, just to let you know, unfortunately, right now, as it stands, we haven't been able to get in contact with Robert Moyer Burnett because his Twitter account is down. Twitter has decided to take his account down on the day that I go to stream with him. So I'm pissed with Twitter right now. But hopefully, I have sent him a message on his YouTube channel. Hopefully, he pops into the chat and we'll be able to send the stream. But not to worry, because we still do have two stellar guests, and they were on with me yesterday, so you know who they are. Let's introduce our first guest of the evening, and it's Rabbi from another planet. How are you?
Well, you're going to put on the other guest first. You took me by surprise.
Oh, no, there's no offense. I leave the best to last.
Well, I do hear that. But I'm all tingly. How are you? Good evening.
I'm not too bad, mate. I'm not too bad. I'm doing good. How are you?
It is somewhat, like.
I know it is. It is. Look.
Like,
Listen,
I couldn't. You're about to meet him. Somebody puts a bag over his head, right, and drags him away, and you're like, "What? What?"
Yeah, listen. I could be pissed about this, but I'm not. It's stuff like this happens.
Life, mate.
We'll obviously reorganize for that one. But I do have an exciting guest for you tomorrow as well. But listen, let's carry on. And you know this man. He's very well. The other side would say he's controversial, but to us, he speaks the truth. It's Ballstrick.
Oh, hey, I'm the best for last, am I?
Oh, yeah, we have to save the best to last. Yeah.
Oh,
I am not using delayed gratification. I like the best.
Yeah, in fairness, it was YouTubers like you and Gary. I've openly said this, that, spurred me on to keep going when I didn't want to.
Just wait until we all get cancelled, Noel. Then
we'll eventually all get cancelled. But you know what? It'll be fun. It'll be fun. We will go down. We'll go down fighting. Unlike them, they'll run to their safe space. Welcome.
Wouldn't it be weird, Noel, if all the cancelled people had to get to they were all pushed out, shunned in their own realm, right?
Yeah.
And then suddenly we realised we're the vast majority who have been cancelled. We're the vast majority, and they're the teeny minority. We just got to convince them that, and then they'll just leave us alone.
Yeah, that would be the dream. But that's listen, they're going to end up cancelling themselves. Trust me.
J.K. Rowling, big SJW. Right, J.K. Rowling, SJW. Now they're eating her.
This cancel culture will die out. It will. People are they're getting sick and tired of it. And again, I just wanna add, what David Williams, stop apologizing, mate, because someone made a point right on his tweet. Well, if it was offensive all those years ago when he did it, then why didn't he apologize years ago? And this is what I'll say to all you celebrities that are all apologizing. If you felt so aggrieved back then, right, when you claimed to seeing something that was racially motivated or racial slur, whatever it was, why didn't you do anything about it back then? Why is also like, we'll do something? Why does all feel like you are all the saviors all of a sudden? I just don't get it. I don't listen.
Well, no.
Back then, you shouldn't be apologizing now, because
right.
At the end of the day, you're coming across as a bit of a two-faced,
a dick. No, this is what's going down, right? The black, a lot of things of the black community in America is very, very angry and outraged, and not without reason. Okay, they have a pretty. I mean, I'm not into the looting but it's not like they don't have a reason, right? Okay, so they're very angry.
Legitimate.
And then these were white liberals come along and say, "Oh, this genuine pain and anger of this cycle of degradation and violence that's hurting everybody. Oh, this, I've heard, so how can I make this about me? How can I make this all about me?
Well, here's I invented this term in my video yesterday: poser ideologue.
Yes, that is so true.
And I'm just looking at a tweet from Heel versus Babyface from a few hours ago. UK British Prime Ministers, they've removed the picture of Winston Churchill. So Churchill is now getting canceled. Like, remember, I've said this before, but
ever, like I understand a lot of people don't like him, and I understand they got good reason not to like him. I also understand he saved the world, so swings and roundabouts.
I don't know. They'll be canceling FDR next, but I've said this before, but every time I say it, which is every few weeks, it rings even more and more true. When we were doing live streams around Christmas time and around January, I hypothesized 2020 was going to be the year things get better because entertainment, we'd had all the flops. So I'm like, okay, people are going to see the error of their ways.
Right, I remember that.
Cancel culture. I can't even say 2020, anymore in my videos. It's been replaced with current year, because 2020 has devolved into an absolute horror show.
Yeah.
Beyond anything we ever could have imagined.
The whole craziness we've had with the health thing and the riot, it's like it's just put them on supercharge. They were sort of calming down, I think, in January when they knew it was over, right? But then this insanity we've had, it just put them, it sent them through the window again.
Well, this is if you look at the year, so we started the year living in, I don't know, The Stand, Outbreak. Literally, we were in a movie, and now the U.S. seems to be living in The Purge.
See, that reminds me, I have to show you is actually something that I popped up on my Twitter account that's very relevant to everything that's happening today, right? And there's loads of conspiracy theories out there that say that movies sometimes predict the future. Now, we have seen, is it a coincidence? Some will say it is, but when you read this, just right, when I show you this, right, just read this. This is fascinating, right?
Is this going to make me yell, Noel? I can't yell today. My throat's from yesterday.
Just keep in mind Natalie Portman, right?
Oh, no.
Noel. Okay, I'm going to go take a break.
No, why is that popping up? No.
Yes, announcement. Natalie Portman's coming on.
No. Why did that pop up? Wrong one. Sorry. I don't know what's going on here. There, that's the one. There, right. Okay. Right, are you reading this?
Yeah.
Dystopia with a capital V. Natalie Portman comes face to face with V. Hugo Weaving in V for Vendetta. It is the year 2020. A virus runs wild in the world. Most Americans are dead, and Britain is ruled by a fascist dictator who promises security but not freedom.
Well, shit. I gotta watch that movie again now.
It's so bad. It's such a bad movie.
No, it's not what you want.
It's a great comic. It's a shit movie in comparison.
It's not. I'm sorry. I'm disagreeing with you on that. What's shit about it?
It's well, that's where Anonymous got their map.
It's shallow pap in comparison to the comic book.
See, I've never read the comic books.
No, neither have I.
Oh my god, one of the best things ever written.
But there you go. There's something for you to think about there now. And it's funny that it says the year is.
That is weird, isn't it? That is very weird.
Hold on. Now, what year does the first Purge take place in? Because we're literally in the Purge territory.
Wow, actually, yeah.
The Purge.
Yeah, this is Mad Max stuff, man. This is Escape from New York. Again,
we're headed towards Escape from New York. Okay, so the Purge.
What do you do?
So it takes place. Okay, so the first Purge takes place in 2022. Right. And literally, the U.S. is headed in that direction right now because apparently, law and order is to be canceled, and it's all going to be kumbaya, my lord. Everybody holding hands, because there are no bad people in the universe. Everybody is good, and everything is going to be fine. No, it's going to be the goddamn purge.
Aha, looks like people agree with me on Viva Vendetta. You.
I have to.
It doesn't matter. I don't matter how many of you are wrong. It's still awful.
It's not. Go and watch it.
It is. It's okay. I don't mind that you're wrong. I don't mind. It doesn't bother me. It's okay.
I don't mind that you're wrong, you cheeky little sod. I tell you what we'll do. We'll do a watch along, right?
Oh no! Really? I'll be spitting bullets all the way through it. Oh, I hate that movie.
Great.
Oh shit! Oh god, I hate it.
Listen, I know probably, because you have actually read the comic books, maybe the movie is to you.
Oh, it is. Listen, the comic is this incredible character study of this woman going from 16 to about 25, right? And it's through a fascist Britain where she was indoctrinated and rescued by this insane terrorist. It's got a lot of hallmarks of V for Vendetta, but it's so much cleverer. Oh god, oh my god, it's like the difference between having like a fresh haddock, freshly cooked and caught and cooked for you, and fish fingers.
Fish fingers, though. Don't be slagging fish fingers.
Actually, I do like fish fingers. I can't argue with you there. But it's still, and that's the difference in quality. It's like, have you ever go first class on a plane, which I never have, right? Yeah. I've had friends have. It's so crazily better than coach. It's not in business class is insanely better, but first class, you can't get your. But I had this friend who went on a business trip. They paid for him. And they put them up in the best hotels, but it was crazy. It's absolutely crazy. How do we get onto this subject? The difference in quality. The difference in it's that. It really is. It's one of the greatest ever written. It's in the top, I would say, 3 comic books ever written. It's really high up there.
Colin has a comment there for the two. Yeah. He says, do it as a comparison of the comic.
Oh, I can do that, but it's such a bad comparison. Like the Watchmen movie is a much more accurate rendition of the comic book than V for Vendetta. And V for Vendetta, the annoying thing is they had all the. Hugo Weaving was very good as V. He had that motion, everything else. Like Stephen Fry, was just his character was pointless. Natalie Portman was she was such a bland, one-note character.
That's her entire movie career, man.
What?
That's her entire movie career.
Cast her for that.
Yeah, no, I do agree because even in Leon,
her role was to be a child who was molested and enjoyed it. Right, that was her role in Leon, which is okay, fine. If whatever floats your boat.
Movie, though. That's
great. It's a great movie. Fantastic ending with what's his name? What's the guy? Who played the bad guy in that?
I don't know, but he's probably canceled, so who cares?
What's his name? He was in.
He was Dr. Smith in the Lost in Space movie in '98.
Oh God, that movie was awful.
I love that movie.
Oh my God, dude!
I'll say something about the Lost in Space movie, right? I love the TV
Spiders.
show, the old TV show. I do like the updated version of the TV show. Yeah, it's going. It seems to be more about.
It's so woke.
That was Gary Oldman. Damn it.
That's the one. I like Gary Oldman.
Yeah, no, it didn't even occur to me.
Gary Oldman in that, but he's like popping those pills, whatever he does, before he goes into a fight.
See, I haven't watched that in at least 20 years, and I was very. I'm in Canada, so it's legal. I was very high at the time, so it just.
I got news about that, by the way.
Is it legal in your neck of the woods?
No. But my son my 70-year-old son, he was never been the most academic of children. In fact, so he found himself at school way down south in the desert, which is an agricultural school. So they get up in the morning, like 5 in the morning, and they go and work in greenhouses and stuff. And like,
that sounds terrible.
but he loves it. No, for Jews working the land in Israel, that's like such a biblical thing. So it's he's really into it. So anyway, he's really into agriculture and he knows how to grow things. We are so going into business together. He'll grow, I'll do the marketing. And I was thinking if I could only ship to America, if I could do weed-infused matzo balls, I reckon that would sell. Who wouldn't want that?
Just ship it to Canada, man.
Well, by the time it gets around, Canada will be a smoking wreck and on fire. You know, like, Canada will be Escape from New York.
Oh, yeah.
How much longer does Trudeau have?
How about what?
How much longer does Justin Trudeau have?
Oh God, we're still trying to understand how he got reelected. This is what happens. No, it was the Conservative Party are to blame for it because it was the worst campaign I think I've ever seen. They were useless, like useless.
You have to be to lose a Trudeau.
Yeah, nobody wanted to vote for him, but they decided the other side was worse. I'm like, no. Yeah. Although Trudeau's now he's got his beard and he's refusing to cut his hair because he's virtue signaling, and he just God help my country. You'd think Canada had been woke forever, but really we went woke 5 years ago with the election of Trudeau.
It's like you, along with the rest of the bloody world, all at the same time. It's honestly like a super villain's like plan. It's like this is how Lex Luthor will come up with. Suddenly turn on this beam that like people find boundaries like obscene. Like you can't like any boundary is obscene. You know, you can't be boundaries between countries, boundaries between genders. It's all wrong. Yeah, boundaries between property. And it breaks down reality. It's something that Lex Luthor would do.
Yeah.
Are you on the cans of Red Bull?
No, I am drinking bubbly sparkling water. This is blackberry bubbly.
Oh.
It's non-alcoholic sparkling water.
And I am eating very fresh cherries.
Oh, I'm having a nice
these are incredible.
Yeah, I'm Borden. I'm just having a cup of coffee. Did you see all the little joke names that are going up? Jesus Spliff, Rabbi Weeds.
I do.
Yeah.
Okay. So the name I'm liking the most right now, Holy Smoke. Holy Smoke, I think, would be our brand name.
Is that what you're going to call the strain? That would be deadly.
Yeah, Holy Smoke, Lebec in the Sun.
Rabbi's Holy Smoke.
I
get it now.
That is the finest of the marijuana.
That's it. And we can actually talk about it because it's
legal.
It's a urgent need. It's a what's the word? What's the word when they had to keep it open? It's not an urgent need. It was what do they call that again? I can't remember.
Oh, Blue Bonnet. You love that flavor. Awesome. Yeah, I decided to try different bubbly this week. I try and convince myself it's pop. But when I do have a Coke, the drink, not the other. But when I do have it, it's like a sugar over explosion now, where I can't handle it. So I've gotten accustomed to bubbly. They need to make bubbly non-alcoholic beer that tastes like beer. And Gen X is trending on Twitter in Canada. I guess they're canceling our generation now. Awesome.
There you go.
Nice. Yeah, that's all three of us. So they're going to cancel us. Actually, that's that's at least half of the chat. So, hey guys, I guess I haven't looked into it, but I guess we're getting canceled.
Did you see the video that John Cleese put up from about 30 years ago?
Which one?
On his Twitter feed. I put it at the end of my video about this whole thing. About John Cleese and cancel culture, the whole thing. It's incredible. If I can pull it up, would you want to play it?
I probably won't be allowed to, though.
It's just
well, what we can do is put a link in the chat. Just watch it without sound, and then everybody can watch it. And then just when the video's done, just put the link in the video. Oh yeah, did everybody check out the John Carpenter Doctor Who theme yesterday?
Yes.
Ah, see, now that's a theme I want. I like that theme.
We've heard a lot about
it. Sorry, no, I am such a
you know what I would have loved though, a John Williams version of the Doctor Who theme.
Is there a Williams version? There's some metal versions out there. I recorded a metal version myself once.
Versions that are actually quite good, actually.
There's some thrash versions.
Yeah.
Did everybody see the Lockdown version? Oh, no, I guess that was the other song from that episode.
Yeah, and then they roped in John Cushaw, the one that does Tom Baker, and the latest Lockdown video is with him, with that song in the background, him doing
when they put that up? I didn't see that.
In Tom Baker's voice. It popped up on my phone yesterday, so go and check it out. New video, to be honest with you, it's not great because those idiots.
Well, they kind of like ran out of steam, didn't they?
Okay, so
it was Paul bloody Cornell. He's the one. He's the one who made it jump the shark. Paul Cornell.
Yeah,
he's the one that. And if you watch the video I put up yesterday, the timeless children killed the show. Paul Cornell killed the fandom, and now he's dead.
He did. He did. He did. He came in like a wrecking ball. Right?
But does everybody have headphones?
I have headphones. Just put it on. PR, I don't care. Just put it on. Look.
Well, I think it's BBC owned.
I don't think you're going to get a hit on it.
It's under fair use, technically.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand how you would get a.
We tried it the last time. Do you remember? And no.
Oh, well, that's a movie. That's different.
I've already got a strike, and I don't want to get another.
Yeah, you're right. Bet it's not.
I stand with Tucker Carlson. They're canceling Tucker Carlson now for speaking the truth.
Why? What do you say though? So,
well, no, he's had a few monologues on Fox. I don't have cable anymore, but I watch the Fox News videos. No, he's just speaking common sense, and he's calling out the complete idiocy on both sides. But because you go after the one side, then you are to be canceled.
Exactly.
See, but yeah, the way around it is just put on headphones and do it like we do with the episode watching, where everybody just watches it at the same time, but it's not playing in the.
Every click on the link and say "okay" in the chat, so you know we're all ready to go. Okay. We'll be like Red Squadron attacking the Death Star. Okay. Everybody be a red. Be red 1, red 2, red 5. Standing by.
Bubbly.
Lock S-balls into attack position. Right. Wouldn't that be funny if I started singing the music from Return of the Jedi and he got a copyright strike? If I recreated it so accurately, you got a copyright strike. And I think I could do that.
Any link not on Twitter?
No. I'm afraid not.
Although you should be able to see it if you're not logged into Twitter.
Proming, go to my video, right? And it's the last 2 minutes of the video. You just scroll forward. Last 2 minutes is that you can watch it there.
Yeah, or you can also, if you're banned off Twitter, you can go into Twitter in not logged in mode or whatever the hell you call it and watch it.
At the end of what video, Ramboy?
What?
What video is it at the end of?
My latest one I just put up. It is the what's it called again?
Blake 7 or the Dear Progressive Stop It?
Dear Progressive Stop It. That's the one.
Right, and I have to go to the end of the video.
Right. It just basically when I stop and he starts. All right, I think we're already.
Yeah, I see. I have a. Yeah, right. I listen to this now.
I can tell you what, I've heard it. Why don't I chat while you guys listen? Okay.
Cool. If you want to give people in the chat a shout out there on.
Yeah. Let's say that. Yeah, I'll go through who's here. Great. Okay. If you're listening, Sunday 24. Meta, how are you? Good evening. Problem being, it's nice to see you again. We did a very, very fun stream earlier today talking about Blake 7, the Big Finish Blake 7. We're going to be doing that as a monthly stream, and I'm really quite into it. I would recommend it. Colin B. Smith, how are you? Red 31. I can't pronounce it. Is that no? Okay, one second. It's 1,000, million, billion, billion, trillion, I guess. Okay, 31 trillion 876 million billion and 88 million standing by. Okay, that was tough. Okay, let me see what else is here. John Steed, Red 001, standing by. Good, very good. Everybody can start watching. If you haven't started watching, start watching. Okay, 31 million. That was a lot. That was a big number. It was too much for me. I'm just a rabbi, man. Stuart Bowles, good evening. Gary Hill, good evening. Gonna be good evening. Carl Elwell, good evening. Darren M, how are you, sir? And the Nerds Archive 96. What is the Nerds Archive 96? I am intrigued. Is it some kind of like black library somewhere that of forbidden text? When I say black library, of course I'm not referring to any segment of our population. Please don't burn my house down. Please don't burn my house down. By the way, my solution to all this problem, I can solve the race riots in America right now. You know what they should do? We should all work together. We should have the race riots or the riots and the looting redirect themselves to the new nations of Ches. You know, the lawless Antifa stronghold. They should just plow through that, and then we're all happy, right? We get rid of the Antifa pieces of crap. They get to vent some steam, which I think really they want to do a lot of. So that could work well. Then if they still got some pent up energy, there's plenty of Hollywood homes to visit. Of course, I'm joking. Nobody should injure another person or damage their property, even if they really have it coming to them. Really have it coming to them. So, John Steed, how are you? I said hello already in the Dark 96. I think let's see who we got here. There's me, Carl Elwell. I think I said hello to you already, but why not? Darren M, I'm sure I said hello to you already. Derek McManus, I do not think I said hello. Good evening, Derek McManus. How are you? Are these guys watching like the director's cut? US Dutch Kitty. Good evening, Blue Bonnet. Oh, Blue Bonnet, how are you? I'm really looking forward to seeing you later tonight. That stream looks really awesome. Yeah, and you know what? I'm actually going to sit on my couch and I'm going to put it on my big screen. I've got a big 55-inch TV. I'm going to sit and I'm going to want to boom and have YouTube built into it. So I got a good evening ahead of me because there is no TV. TV's over. Although I'm enjoying Netflix, there's a lot of Netflix I'm still going through, but I will be happily YouTubing tonight. What else we got here? Who else?
I'm back anyway.
Oh, you're back. Oh, I don't think there's any more crap I can speak.
Wow. You need to actually get that little bit of a clip and send it to me, please.
Okay.
I need a lot of people need to see that clip because
isn't it great? Isn't it?
So spot on.
Yeah.
So spot on. When did he say that? You don't mind me asking?
Like 30 years ago. I mean, look how bad the video quality is.
Wow.
Yeah, that looks like maybe 80s. Or no, sorry, maybe late 70s.
So this was posted by Donald Peterson, and he said, #I stand with Tucker Carlson. Hard to tell if this was recorded 30 years ago or 10 minutes ago. John Cleese. So I guess 30 years ago.
It looks older than 1990.
Yeah, it does. It looks a bit 80s, I was thinking.
I'm just
what it looks like is a 5th generation VHS copy.
I'm just looking at pictures of that wonderful neighborhood that's been overtaken in Seattle. What a wonderful time we live in.
Yeah. So you didn't hear it. My solution is the people who are rioting and looting. Here's how we get together. Here's how we get together as one nation, right? those rioters, looters, they go to chairs. They go to the Antifa stuff. Wipe them out. We're all happy. No, they get to blow steam, which is legitimately what they would like to do. And we get a problem solved. Everybody, we're all on the same side at that point, right?
No, they'd still find something to complain about.
Yeah.
Okay, then they can burn down like Hollywood celebrities' homes. As many as they like. I don't mind.
Okay, that I'm okay with.
You see? No, everybody's fine. Everybody's
fine. By the way, forgot, because with all the crap that's been going on, we haven't been really keeping an eye on. Rabbi, you actually asked yesterday, was there any new Doctor Who news?
Well, there was.
2 days ago, a bit of news did drop. So Rory Williams, it looks like, is going to get his own spin-off. Doctor Who spin-off. Centaurian. Can you see what's happening here, though? Can you all see what's happening here? It's so weird to see what's happening here. They haven't even asked. I know while the current Doctor is on the show, they don't do big finish. Do big finish. But the fact that they're going back and they're doing all this, Rory is popular with the fans. It seems to me they're picking out all the most popular characters that we love, giving them a big finish spin-off and expecting us to lap it up like stupid idiots. But
this one seemed a bit like it's fishing, you know. This is a bit much, this one.
Well, it's always been a bit much. Let's be honest.
I've got some big finish news here. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to put it here in the chat.
Did it? They're doing a transgender companion.
There you go. So Noel, click on that article and then share it.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Did you share? Oh, you have shared something with me.
Oh yeah. I've seen that. It's so stupid. It's actually, when you read it, it's stupider than you actually think. It's more stupid than you can believe.
Yep.
No, where is it, man?
I put it. No, it's in the chat.
Oh, there it is. Okay, so how do I put it up on the?
Just click the link and screen share.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
Oh, by the way, no, did you see? I did the trailer for Remembrance of the Daleks.
No, did you send it to me?
Yeah, I sent it. If you want, we can premiere it here at some point.
Yeah, actually, here, Noel, I'll do you a favor. I'll send the link in DMs. Okay, you got it in DMs too.
Yeah, because no, actually, can you screen share it yourself and then put it up on Yoke and then I can screen share it that way? It's better because I unless Cheryl can do it for me. Can you?
Problem is,
you want me to share the article? No problem.
I have work stuff up on my computer that I can't share.
I get you. Well, Rabbi, will you do it for me?
Yeah, it'll be there in 10 seconds. 1 second. It's so stupid.
We won't say what it is until we bring up the article.
All right.
Because you have to see this. Yep.
Okay.
But okay, here's the real stupid bit about it. It's on audio.
Yep, big finish.
Like, really? Who gives a shit?
Yeah, but hold on. Wasn't the whole point, though, that big finish, you had Nicholas Briggs on, and big finish is starting to pander now.
Yeah. Yes and no. Okay, they live in the world. Everybody is influenced by their society, their community. Everybody. That's why you got to be real careful on the community, on the society in which you live in. So they are going to be carried along on the wave. I can almost guarantee you, they will say, "Listen, we have this character. We thought that it needed this kind of feeling to it. We heard this person. We thought, why not?"
Right. But here's what I will say out. If they have her in this, right, this transgender character, right, I've no problem with a transgender character if they actually give this character a decent story arc and get this character. Now, if they're just shoehorned in right? And they don't
That's
really.
wait and see. Listen, I got the thing ordered. It's the new Paul McGann series, Stranded.
Yeah. See, here's the thing. Had this been, say, 5 years ago, or 5-6 years ago, nobody would have given it two thoughts. Like, oh, okay. But given that it is now, and just to be clear, I don't care if a companion is transgender or not, but the timing is what's suspicious. So are they, and a Big Finish picks up on the woke narrative, which they do kind of subtly. They're done.
Like in your face about it, which is like fine, you know.
I'm worried that this is going to be in your face.
Well, someone just wrote up there. I'll just put the comment up there for you anyway. Say, the marketing for the audio is pushing the sexuality rather than the story, and that's what.
True. That's true.
Well, see, there you go. When they start doing that and they're not actually concentrating on the character,
listen, it's not looking good. It's not looking good.
Story. This is where we start getting a little bit worried. That's what I mean. I don't care about the sexuality of the character as long as Big Finish remain about the story. Yeah,
it should be
story and the character.
It might have been mandated by the BBC. Also on non-woke Big Finish news,
okay.
They're getting rid of the monthly range. Have you guys heard?
I'm sorry?
Big Finish, they're also getting rid of the monthly range.
Yeah, that's a smart move. I think that's a smart move of them. The monthly range is consistently the weakest release of the month. You have about 2 really good ones a year. The last Colin Baker one, the Scorched Earth, excellent. I think the best one.
Scorched Earth, that one was brilliant. But the one before that was
like Memoirs of a Tyrant, which was 12 months ago.
Yeah, the Colin Baker before that, the one with the bird planet, that was painful, very painful.
Yeah, it was like exactly. But I mean, I kind of imagine they would realize them on screen by like doing like a Harry, what's the name? Like a Skeksis, Dark Crystal kind of look with it.
Well, what they need to do is they need to find something to replace the monthly subscription for those. Whereas, okay, if you're going to be doing,
they're going to box sets instead. That's they're going that exclusively. By the way, the other major change in how we're going to consume media, the floppy is going. DC is it's got that monthly periodical 28-page comic book. It's got a year, maybe 2 at the most. At the most, it's going. Everything's going to go into trade paperbacks now.
Oh, and I will be right back.
Right back.
I've got something to show you actually. We'll just remove that. Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Right. Let me see. What am I doing? Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm an idiot. Right. So.
No, I just want to let you know. I sent you via Twitter that video, the John Cleese video.
No problem. Thank you very much. Right. So Dr. Who stunt coordinator reveals which star was less keen to do their own stunts, and guess who this article is about?
Jodie, by any chance?
No.
Oh.
No, it's not. It's about the doctor that they always seem to attack in articles.
Oh. Who don't they like? Capaldi?
Yes, Peter Capaldi.
Oh, there you go.
So while every actor who plays the Doctor has immersed themselves as fully as they can in the role, it seems one Doctor Who star was less keen when it came to stunts. That's according to stunt coordinator Crispin Layfield, who suggested that Peter Capaldi wasn't a big fan of doing his own stunts that his predecessors and successor, Jodie Whittaker.
Oh, shut up. Now you're grossing me out. Oh.
I would say David Tennant and Matt Smith, both very, very keen, he told Metro.co.uk. Peter was less keen on doing his own stunts than the other two. Certainly, Matt was like, I want to do everything. And David, again, yeah, but they were younger.
Exactly.
Peter Capaldi knows his limitations. and that's why there is stunt doubles there. Speaking of Whitaker, here we go, because I knew this was going to delve into Whitaker. Were super great. Layfield continued, and then Jody turns up, and of course now I was thinking, right, I'm going to have it to get a double for Jody and probably have more chance of doubling her, but actually it was the opposite. She wanted to do absolutely everything. I mean, I had a job to say, you can't do this. And she was quite often going up to me on set and saying, can I do this? Can I do this? Why aren't I doing this? When we got a stunt double doing it. She's really good. Yeah, right. That's that. Yeah. So another article bashing Capaldi and praising the usual crap out of these people.
While we're waiting for bowls, shall we do it to the competition?
You might as well. Yeah, why not? Let's get it on.
Well, okay. Here's the good news. I have found a theme of incredible. Where'd he go? I found a theme of incredible prizes. That because this Judge Dredd one has been very, very popular. The prize this week is Judge Dredd Machismo. It is a hardback Judge Dredd story. It's a really classic Judge Dredd story. Fantastic art, full color, wonderful painted stuff. But it was very, very, it was very popular. So I got this thing called the Mega Collection, which has all the major Judge Dredd stories. It was like a artwork I got. But I was getting this other thing up until then, which I've dug out, and these are perfect prizes. So the prize next week will be another Judge Dredd prize. This is Judge Dredd: The Complete Crime Files #5. Now, why is this an awesome prize? It is because it has two of the, amongst others, it has the serialized stories each week, but amongst other the big stories, as the return of Judge Death, fantastic art by Brian Boland. Probably Brian Boland at his best in a lot of places in this. So you got that. You got let me see if I can show it on screen. Look at these wonderful pages. You get he's invented the Dark Judges.
Yeah,
incredible. Fine. And it's actually got. I think this is the one which has my favorite Judge Dredd moment of all time, where he's like gaze into the face of fear, and Dredd punches him through the face, and gaze into the fist of Dredd. Where is that? I'll find that video. And so it's not only got that story in it, but it's also got the Apocalypse War, the entire Apocalypse War, which is the third mega epic. But this is the one that just blew everybody. But this is the one where they just didn't say anything. They essentially destroyed Mega City 1 because it's getting too big. Yeah, this is the best panel of Judge Dredd ever drawn. How do I do it? There we go. Gaze into the fist of Dredd. That is the best panel.
Damn.
Love it. Love it.
Oh, yeah. And we were talking about Scorched Earth. You know what actually, Ian McNeice makes that story. But I think it's an example of what we don't see on TV anymore, but how you can write good Doctor Who. But it pulls off, I think, also the deviousness of the Seventh Doctor, where you're dealing with the fixed point in time. It's something that has to happen, but you don't feel a lot of remorse from the Seventh Doctor in that story at all. And that final scene or clip or whatever you want to call it, you feel so bad for Churchill because he's just so dejected. I'm like, this is good. Why can't we have this on TV? This is why like I said, I support Big Finish again, because Nicholas Briggs did what nobody in televised Doctor Who would do. He talks to the audience. He talks to you.
Exactly. I definitely. By the way, I just realized I didn't call out the winner. Colin P. Smith. You won. You are in the your name came up. So happy.
What did you win?
You won Machismo.
Hey.
So congratulations. The competition this week will be Judge Dredd. So it will be Death Lives. Hashtag Death Lives is the hashtag to win this one. And this is one of the best ones ever. It's all in black and white, and it's freaking gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Although I am very, very behind on mailing out packages. I want you to know that as well.
Okay. So we're now canceling Rabbi. So hashtag.
Right now, my kitchen is having all the has had the floor ripped out and having a new floor put in. So there's certain spots I can walk. It's kind of like the that thing in the Five Doctors. The master put the Cybermen through. They all got zapped. The come on, Doctor, it's as easy as pie. That one. So that's how I got to get over my kitchen right now.
Hey, Nolan, you got 51 people watching, so
that's a big number.
Yeah. I'm actually looking at that, man. That's fantastic. Listen, guys, thanks for all the support. Actually, it really means a lot. Just looking at some of the comments there. Just remember, actually, there is a bit of big stream happening. We'll be finishing in about a half an hour to give the rest of you guys a chance that are going to be streaming, so you can go and get ready and stuff like that. But don't forget to subscribe to Dan's channel, the Spacebook on YouTube, because he's gonna have Ballstrek there, Gary, Blue Bonnet Hoovian, the Mega Geek, and Starry-Eyed Girl is gonna be back.
Yes, I'm really looking
so check it out. And we're going to be doing something Dan came up with the idea, so it's an experimental live stream. So check it out. It's going to be different, but it's going to be fun.
I am watching this on my big screen TV. I'm really kind of into this. I hope I haven't been really excited. Actually, I was excited for this stream, but I haven't like a stream that I'm not in for a while. I'm like, this one really is really cool. Also, just having Starry I go back is really nice, Mister. Yeah.
So we're gonna be having a great time. So it's gonna be awesome.
I sent you the trailer via Twitter for. Remembrance of the Daleks. Would you want to throw that up now or not?
I will throw it up after we finish.
Okay.
We'll throw it up after we finish. Do us a favor though, guys in the chat. Could you throw the link up to Dan's channel? A few people are actually asking for the link there. If you could link them to the channel so people can head over there. And actually, I have a message as well. See what's going on here. Are you doing a competition for next week?
Yeah, no, I just announced it.
What was it?
It was this other Judge Dredd book, because the first one was very popular. This is the one with Judge Death Lives, with the 4 Dark Judges and the entire Apocalypse War in it. To win it, you subscribe to my channel, and in the comments on any of my videos, put the hashtag Death Lives, and we'll pull the answer next week. When we'll be watching New Earth, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we've decided to leave the specials until Christmas when we decided to do it, and it'd be better that way. And the link is in the chat there for all you people that want to join Dan tonight. And please do, because it's a big deal. It's a big stream for Dan's channel. So go and show as much support as you can, please. Okay, right. What else are we doing? Yeah, I mean, we were just talking about. I don't know if you heard Ballstrek, but we were talking. Peter Capaldi apparently didn't do his own stunts. I mean, the age of him. I mean, how dare he be the age that he is? That he can't.
Only one doctor did all their own stunts, and that was Colin Baker.
Well, according to this article, Jodie Whittaker does her own stunts.
What stunts? She just looks bitchy. That's not a stunt.
Well, she did. She did actually. I'll give her credit because I did see the video footage. She did actually jump across that crane.
Yeah, well, she probably looked more impressive in the making of it than reality. The reason she doesn't have a stunt double, you can't train a human being to run like a duck in that fashion.
That is true.
Did they get a stunt double where she did the whole thing where she dived across the floor? Do you remember in Series 11? They had a stunt double there because it really wasn't Whittaker.
No, not a thing.
It doesn't matter if you do your stunts or not. You know what I mean? The fact that it's being highlighted that Peter doesn't do his own stunts and Jordan Whittaker sometimes does, big deal. So what? So what? Matt Smith did some of his. David Tennant did some of his. Christopher Eccleston probably did some of his. As Ballstrek has rightly pointed out, Colin Baker did all of his. You know, so I mean, look, they don't always have to do their own stunts. It's not a big deal. But again, it's why go after Peter. I'm sick of this constant digital spy and all these other shill propaganda media outlets. They just have a thing for Peter Capaldi. There's always something that pops up.
If they push him down, then they raise up Jodie. That's how they do it.
Yeah, but they don't need to. I mean, you can't raise Jodie up unfortunately. She's not the actress that everybody.
Hey, Noel, did you know that that Star Wars girl is in the chat?
Get out of here.
Yeah. Hello. How are you doing?
Wow.
Welcome.
I'm such a great fan.
Wow, that is awesome.
Fantastic. That's brilliant. Welcome. Most welcome. I can't see her name in the Oh, let me see.
She's here to party. Well, it is a party.
Okay.
I'm partying with sparkling water.
Guys.
That's fantastic, Darius. Welcome.
That kind of camped us up real quickly. We're like, I don't know what's in there. There's a girl here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's popped up. See, I didn't see the comment because my StreamYard is slow, so I do apologize for that. If I could do the Vulcan sign, I would, but it's seriously, even as a kid, I could never do it. I can't get my fingers to stay.
How can you not do the Vulcan sign, man?
Can you do it, Cheryl? Can you do the whole? Cheryl can kind of do it. I can't do it. I can't keep my fingers together to do it. It's impossible.
I think it's because I used to play guitar. I could do it, but yeah, I could do the double Vulcan salute.
Okay, the way I can do it is when I was about 7, I sat for 3 days with tape around these fingers, right? So I could do the Vulcan sign because I'm that much of a nerd. Yeah, that's why. And
well, if you look at Leonard Nimoy in the classic series, he actually had to do it beforehand. So that's why when you see the Vulcan sign come up, he'd already have his fingers in that position.
Really?
Yeah, if you watch it, some of the early episodes where he brings the hand up and it's already in the Vulcan salute.
Wow. You know where it comes from, right? There's this thing in Jewish prayer services in the morning prayer where you have the priest, the kohanim. They go to the front of the room and they do this weird, funky blessing over you. But you're not supposed to look at it. You have to put your prayer shawl over your head, and then they put their prayer shawls there, and they do that sign with their hands as they deliver the blessing. It's some weird Kabbalistic thing. I have no idea what it means, but that's where he got it from, because his friend was of the priestly tribe, a Kohen. So that's how he learned it. So there you go.
Colin P. Smith actually has a comment there. Says, well, ironically, the actress who played T'Pau, arguably the originator, couldn't do it at all.
Well, are we talking about fat old T'Pau or young hot T'Pau?
We're talking Amok time T'Pau. So.
Fine. She wasn't fat old T'Pau right then. But if we're talking T'Pau, it's got to be young hot T'Pau. I would say the best thing about Enterprise, maybe the only good thing about Enterprise.
Actually, my dad said that it got better and then they cancelled it.
Yeah, that last
Enterprise, it did. The last season was brilliant.
Yeah.
He's always trying to get me to watch. He always used to get me and my mum. Yeah, you should watch it. It's very good. And I said, I don't like the opening theme tune. It just doesn't sound.
No, what you need to do is, just you could, on the DVDs and Blu-rays, you can skip the opening theme. As far as I know, skip the first 2 seasons, except for the season finale of season 2.
Right.
Pick it up there, and then season 3. It's it's a season-long arc, so it's a serialized story. Then in season 4, you have multi-part episodes, and it's nothing. The show changes completely halfway through. You're by season 3, and especially by season 4, you're watching a completely different show. Then it got canceled. Then they gave us that of a finale.
Awesome 3-part stories that like just total fan geekery. They had the one like the origin of Khan and the the augments and how it tied into Data. All that stuff was awesome. They had the how the Klingons lost their bumps on their forehead.
They had the Vulcan episode, that trilogy.
Yeah, they had the whole Vulcan thing.
The Mirror Universe 2-parter.
Well, what?
The Mirror Universe 2-parter, and they were building up to an amazing story with the Romulans that they had to solve in like 2 episodes.
Right. When they had that ship that could cloak itself into any other ship.
Yeah. Noel, if you're a Star Trek fan, any Star Trek fan owes it to themselves to give Enterprise a second chance and watch seasons 3 and 4 because they are up there with some of the best Trek you'll ever see.
Absolutely. And then that last episode is one of the worst episodes ever of any Star Trek ever.
Yep.
Discovery, obviously.
Star Trek girl says it got so good.
Yeah, she's right.
Well, I mean, my mom and dad were raving about it all the time. My dad loves Star Trek. I mean, it was always on in our household, and he was the one that introduced me to the original series. And then when Next Generation came on, I remember him saying to me that at the time, it's not as good as the original, but it's still good. You like the captain.
Well, the first season was a bit ropey, wasn't it?
But it was. It got better. Patrick Stewart found his feet after the second series. Apparently, during the fourth series, he was a bit of a dick.
No, actually, that was intentional because character development, which doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah.
But the whole idea with Captain Picard is you watch him mellow over the 7-year run. It's done subtly and slowly, but you can see by season I think the best way to put it is when you see him on Encounter at Farpoint. Yeah, he's this miserable old dude that's not actually much older than I am now, horrifyingly enough. Right. That hates kids. He's a dick to everyone. And then in All Good Things, that final scene where he finally joins them at the card table, where you see a character go on a journey. And it was a great journey that ended with Nemesis. Because the less said about what they did, the better.
You know, I still can't.
I was going to ask you about that though, Picard, because it is interesting that when they decided to bring him back, I just don't buy the whole Data and Picard relationship.
No, we don't buy it.
We do know he was devastated when he died. He was sad to see Data die, but I just don't get.
This is 20 years later.
Yeah.
And it's not like Data was a family member.
Right.
They weren't married. They weren't related.
Right. This is the reason. It's because the people writing it kind of heard of Star Trek. People know Picard. Yeah, what else do they know about Next Generation? Data. Fine, so they must be best friends forever. Oh, he's dead? Right, we'll write it around that.
It's like they watched The Measure of a Man and watched Nemesis.
Yeah.
And watched Iborg.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is they completely missed the point of The Measure of a Man because they probably unknowingly do everything that was achieved in that episode where androids do have rights, but then suddenly they don't have rights.
Exactly. It resolved the entire plot before they even... because they don't know anything about Star Trek. Like nothing. Okay, this is what CBS should have done to make their Star Trek viable. And it would have cost them the cost of one episode of Discovery. One episode. They should have done a 12-episode season of like a Star Trek Continues. Exactly that aesthetic. Just do that. Right?
That's what everybody wanted. But instead, they
then like Axanar. Right? And do those two things and put them on their channel and allow the fan films. Our fan films, you can make fan films, but they're exclusively for their channel.
And that would make sense. And Star Trek Continues is amazing. And it got axed because of their new restrictions. I think they came in, 4 years ago now. That was a brilliant show.
Yeah.
You had some of the acting was a bit ropey, but Vic Mignogna as Captain Kirk was incredible.
Captain, get real actors for everybody else.
Yeah, and even when you look at Colin Baker appeared in an episode, but if you look at the attention to detail that went in on that show, rebuilding the sets. But what amazed me is they managed to get the lighting right.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. It was I just watched one the other night. It was a bit woke, I have to say, but it was still pretty good. Had John Delancey in it. It was really fun.
Yeah, although it's they kind of predate current wokeness, so they were doing issues. And one thing that I liked with that show is one of the early episodes dealt with the question of women can't be captains. And I think they dealt with it in a good way, although that was actually retconned by Enterprise. So it's, Enterprise unintentionally retconned a few things, but that's one retcon I agree with, where the second captain of the NX class ship was a female. But I think the way Star Trek Continues did it was effective. So there are woke talking points, but when you're looking at wokeness, you have to look in context of when it was made. And if it was prior to 2014, 2015, there's a different motivation behind it. Whereas if you look at it now, you fully understand the motivation. So
I think this was like a 2017, 2018 episode. So I was like,
okay, so it's
Bowles, I think it keeps coming up in the chat. Have you ever seen Blake 7? And if not, can we get you into it?
Okay, so here's my frustration with Blake 7.
Yes.
So this is a show that I've wanted to watch for years. So as you know, if anybody's been following me, my channel used to be based around my DVD and Blu-ray collection. I literally have thousands. So for Blake 7, I kept holding out for a Region 1 DVD release. I've been holding out for about 15 years. Obviously, now we're never going to see one. So at some point, I will get into it. I'll get a region-free player, and I'll just order the UK release.
If you want, what I do when I get most things, I just rip them as data and put them on a hard drive so I can access them wherever. If you want, I can just upload you a season and do it that way.
Yeah, I'll probably have time in August where I can marathon my way through them.
It's on YouTube for free. Yeah. Problem being said, it's on YouTube for free.
Let's see. It's a lot of things that are on YouTube for free, but they tend to disappear. But let's just take a look here.
Oh no, it was there. No. If we can get At in as well and do watch-alongs of Blake 7 or panels, that'll be all. That's
they are. I'm just going to see. Are these? Well, I'll be damned. The whole series is on YouTube.
Yeah.
But listen, if you're tooling around YouTube for something to watch, also the entire thing on YouTube is Callan, one of the best spy series of all time. And it's the absolute opposite of James Bond. It is these spies live in like these horrible, cheap bedsit flats that are great. It's so lo-fi. It is so not fun being a spy in that world. And they just do these really dirty, horrible things. They like break into people's homes so they can get stuff to blackmail them or they're just killing people. It's just, but it's very, very good at the same time. Stars Edward Woodward and Russell Hunter. Russell Hunter, who was in Robots of Death as a captain of the Sand Miner. So imagine the absolute opposite of that character. That captain was he not Touche? That was Pamela Salem. Anyway, that captain was very loud and gregarious. So the character he played in Callum was like this really wimpy, tiny, scared guy who was a cat burglar who didn't like to wash, and thus he was called Lonely. So yeah, that's another great recommendation for you.
I wonder if this is an official site. I'm looking at the Blake 7 channel. These have been up for 6 years and they've never been taken down.
Yeah, I know,
which is odd. Oh, I think maybe it's because if you watch it in North America, you're not really stealing anything because you can't get them in any format whatsoever over here. So we're not actually stealing anything.
Oh.
But another great British show, which I rank up there with Doctor. We mentioned it yesterday, but Sapphire and Steel.
Oh, great. That's fantastic. Oh, 1 second. I just got this great news come over the wire. This is hilarious. Another SJW who has been eaten by the pack.
Oh, God.
SJW. Howard Stern. Howard Stern's in trouble now.
Well, they're canceling Howard Stern now?
Canceling Howard Stern because he used the N-word and wore blackface.
Wow.
It's done. That's it. You broke the rules. There's no going back. You're finished.
Oh, yeah. I just saw it right here. An old clip that looks like it's from 30 years ago, but
yeah, don't matter. That's the rules now. Bye, Howard.
Everybody's canceled. Like, God damn it.
Yeah, no one's going to be left.
You're not going to be able to speak anymore.
Well, that's what they want. They want complete thought and mind control.
CNN is taking part in cancel Tucker Carlson, which I didn't even know was a movement until now, even though he started out on CNN.
And cancel Don Lemon.
Oh God, I hate that. See here, CNN. Here's the thing about CNN.
Yeah. See that?
It used to be you would have, because you got the three main networks in the U.S. So you have Fox News, which has been to the right. You have MSNBC, which has always been to the left. CNN actually used to be in the middle as recently as about a decade ago, where it was objective news. Then Trump got elected and they went off the deep end. So you have the closest thing that you have to unbiased news, oddly enough, in the U.S. is now Fox News.
So true. That's so weird, but you're right. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. This is all over Twitter. Holy crap. Okay, so anybody want to place a bet on who's getting canceled next?
Sorry?
Who want to place bets on who's getting canceled next?
Who cares? I don't. Hopefully, it's Chris Chibnall.
I was about to say that Chris Chibnall or Alex Kurtzman. Yes, please cancel yourselves.
Sophie Casper says at the TARDIS Zone YouTube channel, Ulysses 31 is here on YouTube.
That is the. Have you ever seen Ulysses 31 Bowls?
I recognize the name, but in terms of what it refers to, I have no idea.
Had a great theme tune. Ulysses. It's a real rock theme tune. I loved it when I was a kid. I haven't seen it since then. Okay, weird show I used to watch when I was a kid. See who remembers this. Maybe Nola heard of it. Monkey. Has anybody seen Monkey?
I have.
I love it.
Yeah.
I got the complete box set.
Oh, no, you don't.
Yeah, I'm going to get it. Wait there.
Man, it's probably right. This show, just to let you know about this show, if you haven't seen this show, grew up with this show, used to be on Channel 4 as a kid.
BBC 2.
It was on every Sunday, right? And we used to watch this chef beforehand. He was on the same channel and he used to do Asian cuisine. It was actually quite weird because then they put this show Monkey on and then all you do and all. Oh my God. Show them the cut. Yeah.
What the hell is that?
Have you never seen it?
I've never heard of it.
Crazy. Yeah, and here's a picture of Monkey. Okay, so this is the story of Monkey, and it's actually pretty darn awesome.
Yeah.
It's about the Monkey King, this like monkey spirit, right? And he goes around and playing all the time, and eventually, because he causes so much trouble, where he gets entombed into a mountain. Then a Buddhist priest called Tripitaka, who was a man but played by a girl for some reason, it's traditionally played by a girl, recruits Monkey to be her guardian on this pilgrimage to the west, and she puts this like crown on him that if he ever gets out of line, she says a mantra and it shrinks down and it hurts his head and he's obedient. And he's got this so there's lots of martial arts. He's got this big fighting staff that shrinks down to like tiny. He keeps it in his ear, but like just awesome martial arts stuff. And they also meet a fish spirit called Sandy, and a pig demon who I quite like a lot called Pigsy. And they just have fabulous adventures each week with very badly dubbed, terribly not even attempting to lip sync at all.
Oh no, the dubbing in it is so bad, but that's
great. I love it.
Charm of the show.
Here's a picture of the some of the awesome martial
Oh,
arts.
I wish I could show you the trailer. I wish I could show you the trailer.
And the theme tune.
And the theme tune is brilliant. Monkey Magic.
Monkey Magic.
Yeah. Loads of people in the chat remember it as well. Yeah, a monkey watch along.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I'd be down for that definitely, man.
Oh,
oh man. I used to be on BBC Two. That's where it was.
Yeah, was it? I think it's on YouTube.
What, the whole series?
I know the water margin is.
Yeah, I just discovered My Secret Identity is on YouTube. Anybody in Canada in the chat, do you remember My Secret Identity, Jerry O'Connell's TV series before Sliders? I was addicted to this when I was like 12.
I think you recall it, yeah.
Oh no, I was 10. It's about a kid, Jerry O'Connell, who gets superpowers. The first season is awesome. Then it just kind of turns to crap by season 2. I don't know, that was, so that would have been 1988, 89. So I would have been like, 10. I was hooked on that show. And I just discovered, just as I'm looking at shows, they got the entire series on YouTube. It's cheesy as hell from 32 years later.
Sliders, actually, I wanted to ask you that.
I love Sliders. Sliders seasons 1 through 3.
Yeah,
that is brilliant. As soon as Sci-Fi got their hands on it, it turned to complete crap.
That's it. It went to crap. Yeah.
And then in the end, you only have one original character left.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. The first 3 seasons are absolute. Some fantastic concepts. I remember the planet that they went on, the parallel Earth that they went to, that they didn't have basic penicillin.
That was one of the first
that was right after the series premiere. Do not redo Sliders, because can you imagine what the woke ideologues would do with that show now?
Oh, get away!
It would be a you won't get demonetized. It'll be a shit show.
About Sliders was the reason they didn't make the Paul McGann movie into a series.
Yeah, well, Sliders got canceled 3 times. Yeah, 3 times.
Right.
So so McGann was so that was 96, and they put it against the season finale of Roseanne, which was the Dan had a heart attack episode, so it didn't stand a chance in hell. And then Sliders came back, so this was its first return from cancellation in 96. I don't mind season 3, and Puppy is after me. I will be right back. I believe she has to tinkle. We should make a drinking game of how many times Lexi interrupts me when I'm live streaming. I will be back.
I just want to let you know the first episode of Monkey is indeed on YouTube. If you want to watch along.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, because that is a cracking show. Planet of the Apes TV series. I remember watching that as well. That's what I said, man. We lived through a golden era of TV and film. I said it last night, and I mean it. We really did. We had entertainment shows, and we had shows like that. Absolutely fantastic. The movies are absolutely fantastic as well. The less we say about the Mark Wahlberg, is it Mark Wahlberg version?
Yeah. That was not so good.
In fairness, though, I will say one thing. I don't think it's as bad as everybody makes it out to be. I did like the twist at the end. I would have liked to see the second part, though, to see the resolution of it, to be quite honest with you. Just to see the resolution, to see why that happened, because I was interested in that. But other than that, no. I do like the updated versions of Planet of the Apes. I have to be honest. I do like those movies. The last one kind of went a bit crazy, but the first 2, no problem with them. I think the first one in particular was actually fantastic.
Honestly, I liked all of them, and the cool thing about the first one they set up. See, they can now do a sequel, a redo of the original Planet of the Apes, because they said there's this rocket ship, there's this NASA ship that was missing, and so the ship goes for a time warp when they land, and they're on the Planet of the Apes.
There was talk. I know when they were making the third one, I know there was talk. They were actually talking about going back. Now, see, here's the problem though I have with that. The original movies are classics. They're iconic, right? Now, if they go back and do it, they have to put their own spin on it, but they have to make them like they've been making them. Keep out the kind of agenda, you know what I mean? Start creeping in the third one. That's what I didn't like about the third one. But if they make it like the first one, you know, keep out the agenda and just make a decent Planet of the Apes movie, we can get behind it. But the originals are classics, and I don't know, sometimes I think it's best, just me personally, to not look back and to just move forward. I mean, there's a lot they could still do with this franchise going forward as well, I think. You know.
When the Mark Wahlberg one came out, I thought I had this great idea for them, but it couldn't happen because it was like right before 9/11, as I recall. So I thought, the original one was really about race relations in America in the 60s. It was kind of like an allegory for that, especially the third and fourth ones, right? They were very much allegories for that conflict, which I guess we can see some more now. So I thought, well, what was current in that? They said, well, they should make them like radical Islamic terrorists, the apes, right? Then they get really scary, if they kind of dress like that and be like, then they'll be much more scary than they were. As it was, the movie was just like they were just guys who were apes. It wasn't that interesting at all.
Have to be honest though, watching the original trilogy and then watching the first new movie, that scene where he's where they bring him to the sanctuary. Well, it's supposed to be a sanctuary, but your man's a dick to him. But when he grabs your man and Caesar talks for the first time,
oh, that's cool.
That scene that blew me mind. I was sold on those moves. That scene, and then the fight on the bridge, that was just epic. Oh, that whole movie, I have to watch that again. That's just
and we were talking about sliders. If you live in Canada, through Mill Creek, you can get the entire series on DVD for $27.21.
Wow!
All 5 seasons.
Well, when you get it right, when you buy it, yeah.
Oh no, I already have that set, but if you're looking for it,
I was gonna say though to everybody, if you buy it, just take out the serious 4 and 5 and throw it in the fire and just keep the.
Well, what I want to see is a because they could do HD versions of seasons 1 to 3 because Fox was shooting it on film. Sci-fi, I think that was just shot on. From the looks of it, it's clearly standard def videotape. But the first 3 seasons easily could be upgraded to HD. And it was actually it was shot in Vancouver around the same time. No, actually concurrently with the X-Files. I think actually some of the production team worked on both, and the production values in seasons 1 through 3 are very similar to the X-Files. Season 4 and 5 even look like crap.
I'll have to watch again. The X-Files. That's a show.
I'm so glad the X-Files is over. Yeah, I was like,
no, it shouldn't have come back.
No, it shouldn't have come back. And I have to be honest with you, I did watch it, but when they start getting now, I know I'm a bit of a conspiracy theory nut, right? But when the X-Files starts doing like that sort of stuff, I was like, no, that's not what I want. What if you're gonna do it, you have to do it like the way you've always been doing it, or don't do it at all. That's
bringing it back was a mistake. Yeah, but like that 6-episode miniseason, the 4 standalone episodes are okay, but when they tried bringing back the confused mythology, which is really the show's weakness with the original run near the end, the mythology stuff was awful. But then they came back and did the 10-episode series 11, and my God, it was awful. I'm like, just no. And Gillian Anderson is never coming back to the X-Files, and I think that season has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
No. It's getting so we should really go soon so people can get the other screen. But before we go, I think this is a fantastic way to end. A final note: this little tweet by Gareth Roberts. Yeah, Gareth Roberts, fantastic Doctor Who writer. So this is talking about the Doctor Who production team releasing a statement pledging their support for Black Lives Matter, along with all the other sheep. So we have this guy called Spanky Backpack. Hello, Spanky Backpack. He says, "I'm not sure the current production team are the best place to release a statement saying what the show is about. Because if you saw the statement saying Doctor has always been about whatever Paul Cratton said." So then, to which Gareth Roberts replied, "One thing Doctor Who has always been about is parroting buzzwords and reasonable sounding slogans without questioning them. That's why the Doctor and assistants immediately joined in with repeating 'happiness will prevail' and praise the company."
Oh my God. Gareth Roberts.
Then he goes on to say, "If only JNT had issued a statement about the miners' strike, we would have turned the whole thing around."
Oh, Garrett. We need him to come back.
He likes
although he got canceled last year, so.
Well, you say he got cancelled. He's still doing his thing. I mean, you know, they say they cancel these people. Gareth Roberts will be back because, you know,
he's written some. Stephen Moffat and Gareth Roberts were the 2 best writers that New Who ever had. I'm mainly speaking about Stephen Moffat's standalone episodes, not his arcs, and definitely not his Christmas specials.
Yeah. No, I agree. Gareth Roberts will be back. He just bide his time. He likes poking a stick at these people, but he does make a point with everything. Like, I mean, if Jonathan Nathan Turner had come out and said something about the coal miners' strike back in the day, there would have been bloody uproar. You know, it's all virtual signaling happening everywhere. The statement, in essence, is a great statement, but the problem that to say that Doctor Who, you know, to suggest that Doctor Who hasn't been inclusive and diverse is a bit of a joke.
Well, in the episode that we're watching next week, Revelation of the Daleks, did I get I keep getting the R ones mixed up. Yeah, Revelation. Resolution.
Remembrance.
God damn it, I'm too old. Remembrance. But yeah, Remembrance of the Daleks has a perfect scene that deals with racial issues. And it's done largely without dialogue. It's not in your face, but it's more impactful than anything the current regime could ever do. It's one of, and I know you guys know which scene I'm referring to, but it's one of Doctor Who's best scenes. That's how you deal with these issues.
Yeah. Someone wrote The Bionic Man, John Stade. I watched The Bionic Woman.
Oh, The Prisoner. Oh God, I love that show. Not the remake. The remake was
remake.
Yeah, Bionic Woman had those weird sound effects when she used to dive over walls. You know, it was actually a good show though. I used to like it. Right, what we got? We got 2 minutes to go. So Rabbi is throwing something else up there. So we'll see what this is.
I'm trying to get it to load up though. Yeah, 1 second.
Just make sure the sound is off actually first before, because I don't want to get.
Yeah, you can see the headline now.
Right.
CBS says, can you see it?
Yeah, CBS may make Kirk bisexual in Star Trek Strange New Worlds. Actually, I wanted to ask you about William Shatner real quickly, actually links in. So apparently he said he will play Captain Kirk again if he gets the right script. Now,
that ain't going to be the right script.
Now, we have said it was it was wrong for Patrick Stewart to come back. If you had any advice, which he's not going to listen to anyway, William Shatner is his own man. He'll do whatever he feels is best for him. But if you had any advice for William Shatner, would you tell him to just leave it alone because they might destroy his character, or do you think he could do it?
William Shatner would not let them destroy his character. He is the polar opposite of Patrick Stewart.
Yeah.
So, and here's the thing: he's 10 years older than Patrick Stewart. He looks 10 years younger. I think William Shatner, not in a TV show, maybe it's like a one-off streaming movie.
Oh yeah.
I think he could pull it off. So
I mean,
you don't have to worry about him being bastardized. He would never allow it. No chance in hell.
Right. So
he is as non-woke as you get.
Right. So if it does get announced, then we'll have nothing to worry about because we'll know he'll stand his ground. Well, he does, because if he doesn't like that, and he walks off, and
yeah,
you know, he's.
Yeah, I think, you know, the only way I can see him doing it, because he just, to me, doesn't look like credible. He hasn't aged that crazily. If he voiced an animated thing, I think that could probably work.
Yeah, I don't think they should. Any of them should come back. To be honest with you, they had their time.
Let them have
At the end of the day, this is what entertainment's supposed to be about. It's supposed to evolve. We're supposed to get new people in, new characters. Basically, we don't have to go back and relive all the old characters all the time either.
Oh, it's something really amusing. YouTube stupidity just happened. Gary, did you notice how Gary Hewitt's comment, "Kirk is a man," was held for review?
Oh my god!
I'm like, really? You can't even say that now?
No,
damn YouTube.
Oh, we live in a clown world.
Yeah, well, he's been fight. I have to be honest. William Shatner is a legend on Twitter. He takes no crap. They've tried. Someone tried to embroil him in some little argument on Twitter today, and he just basically shot them down, as he always does. And we have to remember the age of that man, and it has to be remembered. Like, you know, he's no spring chicken, but he's out there. He's getting it from all sides. You know, they're basically kind of trying to get him out and find out which side of the argument he's on, and he won't get drawn in on it. And then someone basically says, you know, retweeted that phrase that everybody is using. Well, why silence is why violence, and he just shot it down straight away. He's taking no crap. Nope. You know what I mean? You don't listen. At the end, I will say this to people out there as well. You don't have to choose a side. This is not about choosing a side, by the way. This is about sorting out the issues that we have in society right now. Nobody needs to choose a side, and nobody should feel bullied into taking a side. It's absolutely ridiculous. But listen, lads, we could talk all night, and I have to let Ballstrek go because he has that stream, and let the rest of you then join the chat as well. So, guys, before we leave you for the evening, is there anything you have coming on your own channels in the next couple of weeks? I know, Ballstrek, you probably throw out a video next week at some stage, next weekend or something.
Well, yes, for the summer, because outside of YouTube, things are insane. My uploading schedule is going to be very sporadic throughout the summer, so there's going to be the occasional video. I literally have to figure out time when I can even make a video. I may get something out next Friday. We'll have to see. But when we get back to the fall, probably even August, things will return to normal, and I'll get back to regular uploads.
Brilliant. Rabbi?
I've been putting out subtly two videos a day. I got the live streams on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 5 o'clock UK time. If you only listen to one of my videos, the one I put out today, Dear White Liberals, is a particularly good one. I think that it's all my greatest hits amalgamized into one video. You know, that's you get everything in one go on that one. But it's good. Far be it from me to self promote, but that's a pretty darn good one.
Yeah, as Derek has suggested there, before you all leave, just don't forget to hit that like button as well. And do me a favor as well, and do yourself, if you do actually subscribe to me, Rabbi or Ballstrek, please make sure that you're actually still subscribed, because before we came on live, Ballstrek and myself were talking about the fact that, you know, YouTube keeps scrubbing
Oh yeah. You go.
subscribers.
I've had 100 subs scrubbed since yesterday.
Yeah.
So, and I've had some people text me and say that they were unsubbed as well. So just make sure that you're still subscribed to the channels, because and yeah, remember the Space Book at 8 p.m. UK time. Ballstrek, Gary, Starry-Eyed Girl, Blue Bonnet Hoovian, and the Mega Geek will be on the Space Book channel. Before we just actually knock off, if one of you could throw the link to Dan's channel up there real quick, and then we'll call it a night. Listen, guys, thanks for Ballstrek as usual. Thank you. I will see you again next week.
Yeah, we will have fun, and I'm sure at least 16 people will be canceled before then. So pray for everyone.
We will indeed. We will indeed. Goodbye, my friend. Talk to you soon.
Okay, take care, my friends.
See you later.
Right. Cool.
Rabbi, listen, thanks for joining me yet again.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. I can say that without lying. It's always a pleasure.
Not a bother. And Daniel is actually throwing up the links to the
it's Daniel.
As usual. Good man.
Yeah, it's a diamond. He really
Good
is.
man.
Okay, fine. I have to go as well. So yeah, have a good evening. And we'll
you too. And thank you everybody in the chat also that joined me. Thanks, Rabbi. And we will see you again tomorrow. And our guest tomorrow is Bounding into Comics. So I hope you can all join me tomorrow. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. You know, sharing is important. You know, sharing is caring, and it also helps the channel. Talk to you all soon. I'll leave you with this trailer.